Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Please subscribe, guys. It really does help with the algorithm, and a thumbs up never hurts as well. We've got Red at Blockchain Jane 1 here saying, what happened to the market? Is there some news I have missed? 589 Society down here saying China is tanking the market. So, Michael at Val5Links also bringing this up, with a 99 cent XRP. XRP now back under $1. And so you guys remember what I said the other day, but this zone here, this is kind of what we have to be paying attention to if you are looking for another entry point, especially, of course, if you want to be accumulating more XRP at this moment in time. But we are making higher lows, right? Since mid-March, higher lows, and even if we did drop down to the bottom end of that, that still would be a higher low. So I know what you're probably thinking to yourself. I do not want this thing to go any lower. I want it to moon now. Now is moon time, Working Money channel. I'm just saying, we might not get these levels. It might not drop past $1, below $1 at any point. However, I'm ready to make that trade if it does. Of course, this is not financial advice. I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing with my money. And again, I wasn't going to do this, but I am seeing an opportunity. I did have some money saved up on the side, so I thought, why not? One last hurrah. Yeah, that's right. I did get into my XRP position. We're going to talk about that in a second. So we've got the market under $2 trillion. We got the market cap up here, 1.96 as of the time of this recording. But look at this, guys. Bitcoin dominance still holding at 42.7%. Now, I don't know why everybody's panicking so hard. Bitcoin's down 7, Ethereum's down 8.1. We've got Cardano down about 10.4. Binance Coin down, XRP down 11.1. But these numbers are not out of the ordinary. It's a bit of red. Yes, most of them double digits. But we have seen more significant crashes than this. So, I ask myself, why the panic? What is going on? Is China dumping? This is the Bitcoin chart on the daily, and as you guys can see, we haven't even come down to this level here where we saw Bitcoin retrace back on the 7th. So again, this is Bitcoin on the daily, and we are still hovering at about 44,000 per BTC. Not really making any lower lows, at least not yet. So, if I take this trend here, and I bring it from the top of the Bitcoin, the all-time high for Bitcoin, all the way down to the bottom of this last correction that we saw back in June, on June 22nd. You can see Bitcoin down here was at roughly 28,500. It did come back up over 52,000, just about 53,000. Now we're back down here. So yeah, it is a dump, but we still haven't even gotten back to the 0.382 yet, which makes me wonder why people are freaking out. We will be looking at the XRP chart shortly. So we have Bitcoin price. We've got Bitcoin plummeting to $45,000 as liquidations soar to 312 million in an hour. Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, has suffered yet another blow on Monday during the Asian session. The massive drop of more than 5%. Ooh, 5%. Guys, did you forget you were in crypto? In the crypto, total market capitalization has mainly been fueled by liquidations on derivative exchanges. So guys, these are liquidations right now. This is what's happening. In less than an hour, liquidations increased to over $312 million, with Bybit accounting for more than half, precisely $153 million. Losses are ongoing across the vast cryptocurrency market, with some top cryptocurrencies affected the most, of course. We saw that here, but it doesn't seem like any cryptocurrency is really being affected any more than any other cryptocurrency. We are seeing losses of anywhere between 7% to 14%. Sounds fairly standard to me. And, of course, people pay attention more to the top cryptocurrencies, and maybe this is why they are saying this. However, Bitcoin corrected by over 5% to trade around 46,000 at the time of writing. Ethereum has also not been spared by the axe, trimming 6.2%. Similarly, Solana seems to have bled the most, as losses amounted to 12% in the same period. So this was clearly written 6 hours ago, approximately, and this is what CoinGape has been paying attention to. So some, of course, are asking, is this the end of the trend? I guess I'm kind of laughing because I don't see how this is so scary. At least not yet. We haven't seen those deep cuts. We really have not seen the kind of thing that we even saw back in here. Like, this was scary. Okay, you know, seeing huge dips like on this day in particular. This day here, May 19th. You remember how much we dropped on that day? Here, let me get a tool out here just to show you guys what the price range was on that day from the top down here. Or no, sorry, it was this one here. From this top up here, right, to the bottom way down here. This was a 30% correction. I'm looking at this. It's hard to see here, but I'm looking at this red candlestick here. A 30% correction in one day. And yet we are getting freaked out about a 5% correction right now, 6% give or take, 5.99. So, I mean, yes, it is something we should be paying attention to. Yes, it definitely has had an impact on the market. But no, I think there's an overreaction right now, and the crypto space is, these aren't the only two tweets. I mentioned these ones just because these are some of the first ones I saw, but there are a lot of people in the crypto space really worried about this. With Michael's tweet, again, XRP under that dollar mark, that is a psychological price, and, we had been waiting and waiting and waiting to see an XRP over $1, and I think for a lot of the XRP community, it does feel like a blow. However, guys, we got to keep our heads up. We got to pay attention to the other things that are occurring. So Bitcoin heavy breakout. Fractal suggests BTC price can hit anywhere between 250 and 350,000 in 2021. Now, I don't think that this is true. However, this is just another article suggesting a more bullish momentum upward for Bitcoin, and I'm not going to get into the details of that. Of course, the technical analysis does speak for itself. And so there's also this, an ancient Bitcoin stash worth $30 million has just moved as well. This was yesterday. A Bitcoin wallet that has been practically dormant for almost 9 years finally showed signs of life today when its owner transferred all of its 616 Bitcoins to a different wallet. On December 10th, 2012, the wallet received some 616.2004 Bitcoin. Back then, Bitcoin was worth about $13.13, and the entire transaction was worth about $8,195. But today, guys, that is worth $29.4 million. And so we have seen Bitcoin moving from these old wallets. People getting ready, perhaps, to sell their Bitcoin, realizing that the end is soon coming, and this could be the last dip before that final burst up. And so, getting your Bitcoin ready. Again, we have to remember, I was talking to a cousin of mine at a family function yesterday who I got into cryptocurrency, who is, holding his XRP. He's also purchased some Bitcoin and some other cryptos over the years. And he was talking about this particular story. How could anybody really have just, that amount of Bitcoin sitting just kind of sitting dormant for 10 years, just forgetting about it, not really touching it, when it's worth $29.4 million. And I had to remind him, I go, back in the day when the Bitcoin price was very low, these guys were buying Bitcoin, large quantities of Bitcoin, and trading it on the market. And so they may have had Bitcoin in several different locations, several different wallets. They may have had their primary wallet and then some other wallets. And so, to have Bitcoin just kind of sitting here and sitting there and, to touch your primary stash and maybe not touch a secondary stash of Bitcoin that you had, this is maybe, maybe they'd forgotten about it, yes, but maybe this has just been the plan the entire time. Who's to say that the person holding this $29.4 million in Bitcoin today does not have another stash of Bitcoin in the hundreds of millions of dollars, because that was his primary stash. And yeah, the 616 Bitcoin sitting over there on that wallet, I won't touch that until I really need to. So these are obviously things that, get us excited, because it's like, ooh, a lot of this Bitcoin is moving right now. Is this something significant? Well, I have a feeling that, whoever this is, the person who has this Bitcoin is just planning to make another move, whether they plan to liquidate it now or they plan on, getting out of their position once we do move up higher. And yes, guys, I do think we will move up higher. I do think that this could be a perhaps black swan sell-off event. Yes, I've been warning about a potential black swan event, and I even did a video about Evergrand just the other day, and if you guys did not catch that video, I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner when nobody was really talking about it. So this from Bloomberg Crypto, cryptocurrency prices slumped as a broad sell-off sparked by worries about contagion from China Evergrand Group sweeps through global markets. Now, they're linking this to Evergrand, guys. Cryptocurrency prices slumped as a broad sell-off sparked by worries about contagion from China Evergrand Group swept through global markets. Bitcoin dropped 5.4%. Again, not a hugely significant percentage. So it dropped back down to $45,000 in London, reaching the lowest level in a week. Other digital assets also retreated, with Bitcoin Cash and Ether all declining. Stock markets globally sank on Monday, so there's another connection as investors weighed the risk of a spillover from Evergrand's debt woes and this week's Federal Reserve meeting. Bitcoin prices had been trending higher recently, with prices hitting a 4-month high earlier this month. It's interesting because the Evergrand story certainly does link to a lot of global markets. Evergrand, of course, if you guys don't know the story, I do suggest you watch that video. And it's funny because, I woke up this morning and even what was trending on Twitter was Evergrand and Bitcoin, at least on my Twitter account. David Schwartz has also talked about this. This is horrifying. Employers not paying their employees is bad enough. Taking advantage of an asymmetric arrangement to pressure employees to borrow money to lend to their employer at high risk is despicable. So talking about Evergrand's funding channels started drying up well before last week. The company started forcing staff to help bail it out via short-term loans last April. 70 to 80% of employees across China were asked to put up money used to help fund Evergrand operations. So this retweeted out by China Beige Book, and the article is from New York Times. But I think it's more about the sentiment. So David Schwartz also paying attention to this story as well. Evolution 47 down here saying this is a very serious situation. While Evergrand is the most talked about Chinese developer doing anything and everything they can to satisfy their debts, there are 5 other large Chinese development companies in a similar situation. This has the potential for a domino effect. So we're all paying attention to this right now. Again, guys, if you didn't catch that Evergrand video, I do suggest you do. It could affect cryptocurrency holders, namely in the United States, Canada, Australia, and the UK, among others, because there are a lot of connections to those economies. And it could also potentially affect cryptocurrency. I do talk about it more in that video. Mr. Gomes down here saying, and here comes the perfect black swan event, right on time. $260 billion in debt. The bubble will burst really soon. And Painting Contractor saying this is 10 times bigger than Lehman Brothers. Again, guys, check out the video if you want to know more. Now, with regards to this crypto market, again, the 5%, at least as of now, I'm not too worried. I did just get into an XRP position. I am expecting higher highs. There's a lot to suggest that we are still going to go higher. Dark Defender here saying, hi there all. We are proceeding as we expected with the same wave structure. Corrective wave 2 is still in play. The supports were and are 95 cents and 83 cents for XRP. Corrective waves are always boring but healthy. Wave 3 will be huge. And he's just bringing up this 5-wave structure here for XRP. The 5 waves that we have currently seen in orange here, and then the bigger 5-wave structure. 2 being that downward wave, and as you guys can see, as I've mentioned in this video previously, perhaps hitting this level of resistance here, anywhere between 78, 79 cents, right? Getting right down in there, the top end of that being right up here at the top of this supply zone from over here from back in April, May 2018. Again, hit resistance back in September of 2018, and then again in 2020 and 2021. So it's going to be this band. This is the band that I think we should be paying attention to with regards to that zone. And again, I did talk about that in a couple of videos I did last week. I did just finally get into my position. I'm not interested in timing it specifically, whether it's off by a few cents. I just wanted to get in at this target point, and I did. So Dark Defender, again, showing his 5-wave structure. You can't see the other waves up here. Those are targets to be hit later down the road. So, of course, $10 to $15, one of those targets. Right here, we're in the second wave of the correction, so right down in and around here. High 70s is where he has his target. So if we go back to the chart, that would be in and around here somewhere. All right, that would be the high end, or rather the low end of this yellow box. And so, guys, crypto is still volatile. The other thing I wanted to bring up here, and why I'm not too concerned, is this fractal pattern, again, from back in 2017, before that final leg up. Now, We got to remember how volatile cryptocurrency can be, and again, this is why I'm a little, I'm kind of laughing a little at this 5% correction, not really understanding why everybody is getting their knickers in a knot, putting this fractal pattern here, and so let me just get rid of all this stuff here. Let's get rid of that box for a second and those lines for a second, just to have a clean chart here with this fractal pattern. Again, we have seen these waves, we have seen these levels kind of match up, right? We kind of had a bit of an anomaly here before moving back up, right? The bottoms didn't really match up here, but then after that, we kind of came back into lockstep with this fractal pattern, and we did hit this high up here, $1.38, give or take, $1.38, $1.39. And so look at where we are back at. We are back, here, let me just go zoom in here. We are back down in and around here. And so I had said before, I would not be surprised if we do come back and hit 93, 94, 95 cents. So this is where I got into my position. And we might see that for a while before bouncing back up, right? Hitting that old level of resistance that we saw back in September, early September, and maybe even coming back down again to 99 cents before a moonshot. The other reason why I'm not worried, guys, is Bitcoin dominance is still kind of meandering. We haven't really seen anything significant for Bitcoin dominance as of yet. This to me does not look like a strong move up, at least not yet. So we are still waiting to see about this. Bitcoin dominance could wane, and then eventually what we do need to see is it to go back down, and then altcoins obviously have their chance. And so with regards to Bitcoin and XRP and other altcoins, we are basically seeing everything move in lockstep. We haven't even made it to the 0.702 yet up here. And even on the flip side, Bitcoin hasn't even retraced to the 0.382 yet down here. So we're still just kind of vacillating, guys, in this zone. Again, I don't know why there is so much panic. I guess everybody is still feeling kind of nervous, probably wondering when we're going to see this next leg up for this crypto bull run. Well, I mean, there's still a lot of evidence to suggest that we could still move higher. Again, not a significant enough move down in order to rattle me. I mean, if we did get below this level here, I think that's when I'd get scared. Under $30,000, but until then, guys, I'm hodling strong. Got to still see what Bitcoin is going to do at the 0.702. Also, I'm happy with my XRP entry. I'm still waiting for a $10 to $15 XRP. How about you? Tell me down in the comments what you guys think. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.